What's up everyone, and welcome to another vlog. As you would assume, as there's a vlog happening, that means there must be a poker tournament or a poker series that we're going to play, and you would be correct. Tonight I am going to Montecasino to play the ShuffleUp Poker Main Event, Day 1, Flight B. Unfortunately, I couldn't play Flight A, which ShuffleUp is very smart that they give Flight A a discount in the buy-in. I wish I could have seized that opportunity, but I was busy with some honors university exams. Now that that's over, our focus is all about the poker. I thought today, because it's sort of day one and we only start at 6:30 at night, that if I just sort of did the vlog of the poker, it wouldn't really be a lot of content. So decided to start this vlog a bit earlier in the day. I just had breakfast. Today I've been trying to make a reel of a new trending reel type that's going on. I'm sure a lot of you have seen Ashton Hall. He does this like daily sort of routine reel that I've been trying to create, but it is difficult. But anywho, I've eaten breakfast already and I just filled up my ice bath. So I am going, first things first, to the petrol station to buy some bags of ice. We're going to be having an ice bath, which I will try show you. From there, going to hit the studying a little bit. I've really been working very hard over these last few days that I've had, trying to refine my sort of knowledge and sort of get the rust off of a little, seeing as I haven't played in quite a while. But I'm using Poker Coaching Premium. Really loving the product. It's a phenomenal coaching site with tons of really good, really up-to-date theoretical knowledge about playing, as well as sort of intricating some exploitative ideas that are very applicable to the South African style of poker. So after we've done studying, I'm going to quickly go hit the gym, then come back, get ready, and already start making our way over to Montecasino. Just want to get there in time, ensure that I play from the start. Hopefully all goes well. Historically, I do not have a good track record at ShuffleUp Main Events. I have never cashed a ShuffleUp Main Event, but I am beaming with high energy, focus. I'm really positive, and I have a lot of sort of new tricks up my sleeve that I've learned from a few players that I respect a lot, and I'm very much looking forward to playing this main event, and hopefully we can go for a cash as well as a very deep run. So let's get on with the day. Okay, so we got the ice, but might be a little bit challenging to film solo, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so I dumped the ice in the ice bath. Already got in. It is pretty cold, but definitely one of the key areas of preparation that I always do, or that I always like to do, don't always get the chance to do before playing a tournament. This will really help my body, and when you are sitting and playing for hours on end, your body as well as obviously your dopamine receptors can get fried, and this is really just a good way to ensure that I have the physical and mental fortitude to play at my highest level. Okay, we're in the bathroom. As you can see, looking a little scruffy, and definitely want to shape up and trim up before the big main event tonight. That's definitely a lot better. Awesome, so now that we've got that out the way, next plan is to head to gym for a workout. A lot of anticipation and a couple of unfortunate delays. We've finally made it here to Montecasino. I'm staring at La Toscana, seeing the big Splendido Poker Series poster. I am really excited, very high positive energy. Today is the high roller, so I think a lot of the top pros are going to be out of contention for today's flight, which is going to make it a lot better. The satellite winners who played the satellites and won a main event seat here, they are sort of forced to play day 1A, and I think a lot of the really, yes, well, soft spots, but a lot of the landmines are sort of exposed in that day. So I think this was a really good flight to choose, and we're going to be in control a lot. I want to have emotional control. I want to focus on physical reads of opponents, keeping to baseline strategy when I don't have a reason to deviate, but then ensuring that I deviate heavily when I am sort of presented with the reason to do so. So without any further ado, let's make our way in, get our buy-in ready, and get some chips. You are paid and registered for the 12,500 Rand ShuffleUp Main Event. Okay, the lucky table. Break, but I had to step away from the table while a big hand is being played. We just got super lucky in the sense that we got one of the biggest whales in the field to come and sit at our table. He's already on bullet number 3 and we're on level 4. So hopefully that's a really good thing and we can get a lot of his chips from him. Okay, so we are on break, 3 levels into the day. I'll definitely say it's been 3 interesting levels. Started out with us winning a pot pretty early on. We opened 10s under the gun, got 3-bet. The big blind called all in for less than a 3-bet. It's just one of my cash game friends. I'd rather stay here. Called all in for, no, that's too loud. Let's go back inside. So one of my friends was in the big blind, called all in for less than the 3-bet. I called the 3-bet. Flop came queen 9-9, rainbow, went check, turn, another queen. So I'm not pretty confident with my 10s. I think he has a lot of ace highs in this situation. That on this double paired board I can definitely extract some value from. So I bet 2,500. He called river 6. They're still very confident to go for value with my 10s. I bet 4k again, third pot, and he folded, we took it down. But then a pretty stiff one with kings that if you want to check out the detailed hand breakdown, I recommend going to my Instagram page, to my story. I posted a kind of a detailed breakdown on that, but I'm very lucky to not have gone broke on a non-har board. It did run out a paired board, as well as the backdoor hearts came in. I had black kings on that board and ran into top boat. So at that point I was down to half a starting stack. A little while later, got a full double up with 7-3 of hearts, making a full house. That was great. And then we took down a huge 3-way all-in with queens on jack 3, 4, 5, 6, where there was an open pre, I 3-bet, got 2 cold callers, and I just triple barreled and got 2 players all in by the end. So the average is about 54,000 and I'm sitting on 124,000. So really good, but I just want to have a mixture of aggression and not sort of punting off my stack, as I think if we just slowly continue to build and pick spots well, we can really end the night with a very big stack. So I'm very confident and I'm looking forward to the next 3 levels. So we just finished up level 6 and we're on a 15-minute break. I will say that these last 2 or 3 levels, nothing really that interesting has happened, except for one hand that we're going to do a hand breakdown with. At the time we were playing 6-handed, as someone just busted and someone new just moved to the table and they weren't dealt in. So 6-handed, you can obviously open up your range quite a bit pre-flop. I looked down at king 6 of diamonds. I was already chip leading the table. We're playing 300, 500, so I opened to 1,200. Cutoff called me and the big blind called me. We go to a flop of ace, jack, 9, all diamonds. We flop the nut flush. So sick. I was already beaming with excitement, but obviously with this type of a board texture, especially ace high, I think that my whole range should be checking a lot in the spot, as I definitely don't have a lot of flopped flushes in my range or perceived range. So I check, cutoff stabs 2,000, music to my ears, big blind folded, and the The cutoff didn't have a particularly big stack. He had about 30,000 at this point, where I had about 100. So I thought that this would really be a good spot to slow play and trap him. So I decided just to flat. Turn was the 10 of hearts, changing really nothing. Continued to play in flow and check. And he thought for a while, looked a little bit uneasy, and checked back, to my disappointment. The river was the 6 of hearts, so again a complete brick. I still have absolute nuts, and I really wanted to make my hand look like a bluff. So in order to do so, I decided to go for quite a chunky overbet, and I bet 15,000. He thought about it for a while, thought about it, moved all in. Snapped him off, showed my hand, and he showed Queen 8 of diamonds for the flop second nut flush. Obviously a very sick cooler. I don't really understand why he decided to check back on the turn. It's definitely a hand that wants to continue to barrel and try, from his perspective, get his chips in the pot as quick and as easily as possible. But nevertheless, super cooler, nothing either of us can do. But we're sitting on 140,000. The average is 89,000, and we're coming back to 501k. Seeing as there was no dinner break, I decided to sort of bring myself something to snack on while I'm here. So bought a pack of Future Life just to sort of sustain me through the evening and give me a bit of energy to push through. We're going to be playing after this, I think, 135 minutes, 3 more levels, and then we hopefully bag for the day. So let's see how it progresses. Here by none other than Troy Bolton himself. How has the ShuffleUp series been going for you so far?
It's been good, man. I've been enjoying being at Monty. It's been a great series. I've been enjoying it more than the one we had at Times Square. But yeah, it's been no cashes yet, but been running well. Been playing not so well, but we're getting there. We're learning, making moves. We've got 170 in the main right now, so hopefully this is the one.
It's more than me.
Yeah, hopefully this is the one, man.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Absolutely.
You are Australian, South African.
Yeah.
You've played a lot in Australia.
Yeah.
What would you say are the biggest differences between the way Australians play poker and South Africans?
The Aussies are in the Sims a lot. They've got a lot of people getting coached there and stuff like that. So it's a lot more like online. I guess it's a lot more like straight up poker, whereas here it's street. Here you got to go to the streets, you got to play the person very well. Theory helps a lot here, but in the same way you just got to get into the streets. You got to know what you're doing here. It's very like, I like to call it like very 2007 kind of poker. Back in the day when they were all just raising, re-raising with absolutely nothing.
We were in primary school back then, and we speak about it like we know what was happening.
Oh, we've all seen the videos, man.
For sure.
But yeah, no, it's that's the biggest difference for me. It's very theory versus free poker.
For sure. Love it. Well, awesome. I hope you have
good, bro.
a great rest of the series, and I hope to see you on Saturday.
Absolutely. See each other in day 2. Good luck, bro.
And that is a wrap of day 1B ShuffleUp Main Event. Bagged for a change, it seems, in these main events, 192,000. Average is 129,000, so obviously I have to be happy with that. I did unfortunately bluff off about 50k in the very last hand of the night, which was definitely unnecessary, but is what it is. I played some very, very cool hands, 2 of which I want to do a hand breakdown with. So the first one involved myself opening the cutoff with 9-7 of spades. We were playing 600, 1200. I opened to 2500. Big blind defended. The big blind, who I know very well, and I know his playing style very well, which would lead me to the line that I took. Anyways, the flop came ace, jack, 6, rainbow. Big blind checked. I obviously have pretty much a range bet on this board texture, so I see bet 2k. He thinks for a bit and raises to 5, and I took this as exceptionally weak. I took this really as a kind of a see where you are type of a bet. So I had devious intentions and I decided to float. So I call the 5k. Turn is a queen, so again reinforcing my range that should smash this board. He checked, so I was like, great, this is now my opportunity. So I stabbed for 11,000 and he called, which wasn't great. I thought he was getting very sticky with a very weak ace, and that I'm definitely gonna have to fire big on a lot of rivers. The river came a king, which is again great if I think that he has a weak ace. This is really gonna put a ton of pressure on his hand. He checked, I bet 31,000. He tanked for like 3 minutes, and I just had to sit there, and eventually he folded. So that was a very funny one. And then the biggest part of the night that I played, under the gun opened, cutoff called. I looked down at 3s on the button, and I know Daniel Negreanu speaks about this very often, saying that he really feels like he has sort of a connection to the deck. And I really don't want to sound sort of cliche, but I truly believe that I do too at times. And I really felt that a 3 was coming. I hadn't hit a set the whole night, so I called. Flop came ace 10 3, so I really was like vindicated by it coming. Ace 10 of diamonds, under the gun checked. Cutoff, who I also have a lot of history with, he stabbed for 10,000, and on this very dynamic, very wet texture, definitely want to be raising and fast playing my sets here. I raised to 30,000, everyone else folds, he calls. The turn was the offsuit jack, so really only king queen of diamonds is something that I'm concerned with, but other than that, really nothing. Really just looking to pile in chips. He checked, and with his stack behind, I decided to kind of go a little bit on the small-ish side. I bet 38,000. He tanked for, I would say, 4 minutes. Shrugged, he goes, well, if you've got it, you've got it. Shoves, snap him off. He has ace queen, so he's still alive to a gutter. Unfortunately, always a sweat, but the river was an ace, giving me a boat, and we scooped a really big pot, and definitely helped us to bag a big stack for the night. The last time I played this main event, I think I bagged like 20,000 going into day 2, so bagging almost 100 bigs is a really welcome change, and it's going to set us up really nicely for hopefully what can be finally a shuffle up main event cash. But that's it for tonight. Just walking around Monty, looking for potentially some food with Troy Bolton over here. And that's it for tonight. Hopefully I'll see you all again on Saturday.